1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey, ladies and gents, welcome back to a brand new episode of A Pitcher's Worth 1,000 Words. This your girl, Nelly Nell.
And this your girl, Nay. What it do, boo?
That's right. And I said ladies and gents because I noticed that I used to say, hey, guys. And remember I told you that one time at work when I said that to two female clients and they was like, we're not guys. And I'm like, it's general, but okay. So
It's gender fluid.
it is gender fluid. It's not like I said, hey, dudes.
Yeah.
Then that's just for guys, or men, whatever. But yes, welcome, ladies and gents. And we're just gonna start off with my drink. I'm drinking my red wine, so I'm very happy I have more of it. And you have?
I have my faithful barefoot Moscato, which is really good, guys. Y'all should try it if y'all haven't.
That's right.
Today, but it's Thursday night football, so I'll make one then.
I can't mix, so I'm gonna have to continue with my wine. I have a nay tomorrow or Saturday, whatever.
I work from home tomorrow. I'll be fine.
Whatever. Anyway, if y'all watching on the YouTube, you can see that I am representing our Florida State Seminoles. Yes, I am, with the hat, yes, and the t-shirt, because our Florida State Seminoles football team is number 4 in the AP poll, y'all. Number 4. We number 4, and we 3-0, and we coming for all y'all, including Colorado, but we gonna get to that later, okay? Anyway, this past weekend, I did a little car shopping with Herbert. It was a little bit successful, a little bit not. The car brand that I wanted to purchase, which was the same brand I had before I moved to New York, was too expensive, y'all. Like, no, I'm not doing it. Y'all not about to take all my money, okay, that I've been saving. Y'all not gonna do it, okay? So this upcoming weekend, we going to another dealership because they and these are really good cars, brand, but the owner just decreased its prices by $20,000 to $30,000. That's a lot, okay? So I might have a fancy car for half the price that you paid for it, okay? Half the price that y'all paid for it. Anyway, we also went to Joe's uncle's birthday party on Saturday, which the food was Haitian food is like top tier, y'all. Y'all need to find y'all a Haitian restaurant because it's top tier. It's top tier. And then Sunday we just did church and football. And what did you think about the birthday party?
I like that. Everything with them, with his family, is always a program. We throw a party, like when our parents throw a party or something like that. It's literally going there to dance. Jordan be having speeches. They have it's a whole program, y'all. So every time I be expecting that. It's funny. But yeah, it was a good time. And Haitian, mind y'all, if y'all don't know. If y'all never hung out with a Haitian or don't have friends, Haitians take their kids everywhere, y'all. So you know how Americans don't like kids at weddings or like baby showers or just get together game nights in it. Haitian parents take their kids everywhere. I don't know if because maybe it's because the Haitians don't like people watching their kids. And so since all their family members already gonna be there, they don't have no babysitter. So that's why they take their kid everywhere, because they babysitter gonna be at the party too.
And also, Haitians wear their Sunday best everywhere they go. They dress up like they going to a wedding or a funeral, and it can be a backyard barbecue. Okay, a backyard barbecue. Anywho, so this upcoming weekend, car shopping, as I mentioned, and lunch with Herbert and Mom. So that's going to be exciting. And then again, church and football on Sunday. Church and football.
Oh, so, yeah. I don't know about Panel because she work in the banking industry, guys. But this is a 3-day weekend for me. I'm celebrating Yom Kippur. I'm celebrating it, okay? So I'm off on Monday, and so is the kids.
Yeah, I'm not off. I'll be hitting the road to Boca. Anyway, let's get to our around the league story. So breaking news today, Dallas Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs is out for the year. He tore his ACL in practice, y'all. Practice. We talking about practice. We not talking about no game. We talking about practice. So that sucks for Dallas Cowboys. Maybe now they'll start losing. And he is the brother of Stephon Diggs. So sorry. Ex-NFL player Sergio Browns remains missing after his mom was found dead near her house. So I want to get your thoughts a little bit on this. So he has been posting videos of himself saying he thought his mom was on vacation and he's not missing. And he said something about the FBI came in the house and stuff like that. Some people think something mental is going on. And also he might be a suspect in the murder. But when I had first read the headline, I was like, oh shoot, somebody killed his mama and kidnapped him. Maybe they want money. But then I kept reading into it. And because, we be watching these murder mysteries and true documentaries.
True
I was
crime.
like, no, he a suspect. He did it and he ran away. That man that kidnapped, he's not adult napped. He ran away. Okay. What are your thoughts on this
I
story?
cannot with the adult nap. So yeah, immediately, my true I listen to so many true crime podcasts, so I be knowing all the info. But anyway, supposedly or allegedly, the cops had been called to their house a lot. Because I guess domestic disturbance, I don't know. And I immediately when they said he was missing, I knew he had did whatever had been done. And also on the videos that he's posting, he don't seem sad. Your mama just died. You just found out your mama died, and you partying up in Mexico. You partying it up in La Viva Los Mexico. Your mama just died. You're not even at least gonna come to prepare the funeral arrangements. You're not gonna be at the funeral.
But
Okay.
he was a smart murderer, unlike that prisoner that escaped and was like 30 miles away. He went to another country. Y'all need to take notes, okay? Murderers and people escaping prison, take notes. Cause I hate when people be escaping prison and then they find them down the block in a hotel. What have you been doing for 48 hours? You should have been halfway to Canada by now or New Zealand. Like, what's going on? But yeah, he gonna get extradited if he's in Mexico. They gonna find a way to bring that man back home. Cause at least if he's not a suspect, he needs to be questioned. Okay. Anyway, the Chiefs set a record by reworking the deal with Patrick Mahomes. So now that he would be paid more than $52 million a year. The Lakers extended Vanderbilt's contract, agreed to a 4-year, $48 million contract extension. So kudos to my Lakers. The Spurs rookie Victor W, because I'm not gonna try to pronounce the last name. He was like the #1 overall pick. He like 7 foot tall. The one who Britney Spears tried to touch. And they was like, we don't know you, we don't know you. She was like, it's Britney, bitch. Okay, so him,
No.
Victor, he plans he plans to play for France at the next summer games. The FIBA thing, because he said his country's performance there was disappointing. It was very disappointing. Okay, so we'll be seeing him next year. Michigan State announces it has begun the process of firing its head coach. I didn't know it was a process, y'all. I thought you said you fired, here go the pink slip.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Punches were thrown at the Tennessee Florida Gator game after the Florida Gator quarterback took a knee. I guess it was at the end of the game, but then you know how they be still hitting them, but
Yeah.
they gonna take a knee. So yeah, it was a brawl out there. Anyway, let's get to these 3 stories because all these 3 stories we be talking about, these people mad. Okay. I'm like,
Big
is it that
man.
they bit mad? Like, is it that serious? That's why we want to tell people, is it that serious for you to get this mad? It's not. If it ain't gonna matter next week or in 5 years, it's not that serious. That's I be having to tell myself that before I get too angry where I be wanting to punch somebody in the face. If it's not gonna matter a week from now, don't get angry. That's my rule. Anyway, at the Colorado State versus Colorado game, which is an in-state rivalry, Colorado State defensive back Henry Blackburn hit Colorado's wide receiver, Travis Hunter, y'all know he was like the number recruited. He went from Jackson State to Colorado really hard. It was like a defenseless receiver because like he didn't see it coming and the ball had already dropped on the ground anyway. So it did get a flag. There was a lot of fan reaction, including from my boy LeBron James. People is calling it a cheap shot. And Hunter is possibly going to be out a few weeks following that hit. And he is a pivotal player in their whole scheme. So the defensive back Henry Blackburn, him and his family are now receiving death threats. Deion Sanders did come out and condemn the death threats and was like, it's football, like that happens in football. So what are your thoughts on this? Are fans becoming too comfortable? Are the threats necessary? Was the DB trying to send them a message? And are all college football teams jealous because Deion didn't go to their school, but he went to Colorado instead?
Yeah. I don't know who would voluntarily move to Colorado. Anyway, you know how in like basketball and I think it happens in football as well, if there's like a dirty hit or whatever, the person will get fined or maybe suspended the next game. Does that happen for college? Like, is this boy still gonna be playing that Saturday? Is what
That's
I
a good
like to
question.
know.
That's a good question because the only time I've ever heard college athletes get like suspended or not play the next game if they do something outside, like that boy who stole the crab from the store, wasn't he suspended a couple games? Or like if they do domestic violence, something like that outside of the school. But I don't think that first they can't get fined because they're not getting paid. Now, if he have a NIL deal, maybe the sponsors will pull something. I don't know, but that's a good question. Very good question.
But yeah, they could. I think right. You know how when in the NFL, Patriots when they was like really good at the top of the top with Tom, and everybody played them like they was playing the Super Bowl. This is what this is. They're playing, and plus this was an in-state rivalry also. But yeah, everybody's gonna play this team. Everybody will look at it as a successful season if they beat that team. So everybody playing this team like this is the national championship. So yes, they are jealous, and they're the team to beat in everybody's eyes who play them. They're the team to beat.
They are like the biggest sports story in sports now, not just college football. Like literally everybody. I seen this one NBA player say, "I don't even watch college football, but this game right here." And you know, people stay there past 2 a.m. in the 2 in the morning to watch that game. Shout out to Kim and shout out to Danielle. Those are the two people I know that actually stayed up. But because it went into double overtime, I was almost like, dang, I should have watched it. But no,
We had to go to
if
church.
we had to go to church and we have to go an hour early because they have to be there. So I need my sleep. Okay, I need my sleep. But congrats, they pulled out the victory. And yeah, the death threats are not necessary because it's not that serious. But like, do something. That's like when you arguing, right? And then the person you arguing with start calling you out your name. Like, you can't think of nothing else. Like, argue intelligently, please. We over 30.
I always tell people, I tell Joe sometimes, and I actually heard a professional person say this. A professional, what is she? She's like a professional communicator or something to that effect.
That ain't no job.
Basically, but I've been telling Joe this for years. Like people who like curse instead and not find other words, that just make to other people think that you don't have a big vocabulary.
Mm.
And that's just is what it is because there are other words that mean the same exact thing. You just don't know
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
them.
I always say it's always a word that can replace any curse word.
Some people
But
just
anyway, let's go to our next story about your team. So one of your fans died after having an incident at the Miami Dolphins Patriots game. So what happened was, and everybody know this is a division rivalry. There was an altercation between fans that went too far. A man was punched twice in the head, according to a witness, and died afterwards. So a little bit about the man. He's only 53 years old. That's very young. So he was, according to a witness, he was seen confronting a Dolphin fan, meaning he approached a Dolphin fan whom he had been arguing with the entire game. People started to pull them apart. Then the Dolphin fan reached over and punched him twice in the head. 30 seconds later, the guy wasn't getting up. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now, I heard one of my coworkers today was like, they're not going to charge. He don't think they're going to charge the Dolphin fan because the medical autopsy or whatever it says he didn't die of like a trauma hit. He died of a medical issue, which means he had like a heart attack or something like that. He wasn't healthy. I heard he was like overweight. He was drinking beer all day. It probably all caught up to him. So what are your thoughts on this? Is it cool to confront a rival fan at a game? Do you think alcohol was involved? Do you think he was just, the other man was just defending himself? And the man who died, rest in peace. Do you think he messed around and found out?
He effed around and found out. He did F around and found out. But every time I go to a Dolphins game, they always put on the jumbotron, whatever, and the little thing that goes around the stadium. They always put dial this number if you see unruly behavior or disorderly conduct or whatever. Because especially at the Patriots Miami game that we
Right.
go to, because it always somebody end up arguing or fighting. Like that just is what it is, and it's crazy because like these players don't even know y'all. Y'all
At
fight
all.
for what? What are y'all fighting for?
Are y'all on the payroll? Is the question. Do they know you?
And I think that guy, he gotta be at least charged with assault and battery.
Hmm. Oh,
Something.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't agree with you, but go. I tell my thoughts. Go ahead.
He got to be charged with something, because unless it's shown that he was actually defending himself, then okay, it's self-defense. But no, if two people fighting and one of them ends up dying, this other person needs to be charged with something.
No, I say no because the autopsy said he didn't die from the punches. That's A. And B, also, he approached me. If somebody approach you and get in your personal space where you can, if I can touch you by doing this, you in my personal space, okay? If I can touch you by doing this. So no, I say he was defending himself. Nobody told that man to go up to that other man. You don't know what that man could have had, a knife. He could have had anything. You don't go up to somebody just because you drunk and you feeling yourself and the Patriots losing because they did lose the game. And you don't do that. Like y'all are the Patriots fans. And with the next story we're gonna talk about, I think this applies to that too. They so entitled and they so used to winning. It's like when they lose, they don't know what to do. Like they lose all self-control, all decorum. They lose it. And it's like, hey, I'm not used to this and I don't know how to act. I don't know how to act. So he messed around and found out. I don't think he's going to get charged, but I have to see the video. Some people say they got video, but it's not really clear. But if people was trying to restrain them, I want to know if the Patriots fan first tried to hit and maybe just didn't connect, and then the other man hit and connect. But yeah, don't approach me with that. Please don't come to me with no BS, because I don't want to do it, but it can get done. It can get done.
I can vouch for the Patriot fans, because as a Patriot fan, I had a moment one time before, not at the game, but remember back in the day when and we were staying at Watermark in Miami, y'all, on Biscayne. Back in the day, it was one of the biggest game of the season was when the Patriots played the Colts because of Manning and Brady.
Right.
And so it was that game, it was a night game, and it came down to the wire. It really did. And Belichick made a call, and I guess it didn't work, and Patriots ended up losing. And I was so upset, not only because we lost, but because the coach was Mama and Brendan's team. So I knew I was gonna hear about it. And I got so upset that I hit the wall twice.
Oh
And
my
I keep
God.
wishing it was somebody's face.
Now you can't punch somebody. You always the one telling me you can't hit somebody because they say do something you don't like. But hey, that's emotional intelligence. You got to keep your emotions in control. But that was good that you hit a wall and not a person. So that's growth. That's growth. That man should have threw some beer instead of them fists. Okay, he threw his fist instead of throwing beer.
And
But that would have been a waste of money.
at first I thought you was gonna say they was in Miami, but I know they was in New England. But yeah, at first, because I was gonna say no, it was the Heat, because that Heat is no joke out here. It's not. When they come here, it's gonna be death.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not even getting too much cooler either. Up there is probably cool now. Fall up north is the best season. It's so good. That was my favorite season in New York. It's like cool but not cold. And you can bring out the fashions. It's great. Anyway, our last story, and this made me really upset because when I saw this video, I was like, "Is it that serious?" Like, it's not that, it's never that serious. Okay. So student fans were talking crazy to Texas football players. I'm pretty sure about now everybody done seen the viral video. It was a Texas Alabama game. Like last week, Texas players were the target of homophobic and racial slurs. I guess they were winning or had won. And the student fans, so they go to y'all school, Alabama. The student fans were heard on video saying, "You guys are all maggots, but with the F." And then they kept saying, "Go back to the projects, go back to the project." And the Texas player was just the players were just dancing. Texas did win 34-24 over Alabama. The Alabama school did bring out a statement and said they are disgusted by the reports of the vile language and inappropriate behavior. And my question to you, what are your thoughts on this? Is it that serious? When you mad or upset, do you become homophobic or do you become racist? Do you think these fans are sore losers? And a question for the audience, and for you too, is do non-black people think all black people come from or live in the projects? I need to know that. Fans, please comment on this video or email us. Do y'all think every black person is from the projects?
They do. They do think every black person is from the projects or the hood or Section 8
That's
and
crazy.
food stamps. And we used to get food stamps, y'all. But yeah, they do. They think that, and our refrigerator used to be full too.
It was. Welfare was great. And when mama got off, we felt it. Okay. We felt it. We like, Mom, can you bring your hours down to 2 a week instead of 40? We like the food. We like the government assistance. Okay.
That's funny. But yeah, Mama was a Colts fan and she liked Peyton, but when they start losing,
Uh,
the wrath came out. The wrath, it came out, y'all. Nothing was off limits when she was getting on Peyton Manning.
oh my God.
You remember we went to Alabama one time when we was little to visit Penny, our godmama?
Not at all. I remember she lived in Georgia. We went to Georgia. I don't remember no Alabama.
I remember. So one time we visited her in Alabama and it was New Year's Eve, right? And so you know how on New Year's Eve people shoot fireworks and sometimes they shoot up in the sky, right? So I was so scared and nervous because I knew the history of Alabama and that was like a racist place, right? So I thought we were gonna die because I heard a bunch of gunshots. It was New Year's Eve. I thought we was gonna die. And so I was crying so badly and telling Penny that I wanted to go home because I was scared that the next day she booked us on a flight and we went home.
Oh
Because
my
I was
God.
scared to be in Alabama, y'all. I am not stopping in Alabama. I don't
Ever.
care.
Yeah, I don't want to go. Even though we just had that Montgomery brawl, the riverboat brawl,
I'm
that's
not
good,
going.
but it still got they still have more to do. But yeah, I don't ever want to go to Alabama. Parts of Georgia I don't want to go to. Remember when we was in college, JR said they had to stop, the football players had to stop at some restaurant in Alabama. And somebody said, we don't serve your kind around here, boy.
Yeah, and they quickly did a about face and walked out because you ain't got to tell me twice. I ain't trying to fuck around and find out. I'm not trying to F around and find out. He said,
Not at all. Not when you could do a crime and get away with it. They'll do it.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and he said it with the country accent that I guess the white guy had said it with. And he was like, yeah, they proceeded to turn around and walk out because they don't serve our kind around there.
That's crazy though. Like that's crazy. I wish that they would have turned the video around and they could have saw the students. Because are you telling me when you get mad, you start saying stuff like that? That's crazy. Like, okay, secretly, all y'all probably say it, but you keep that in house. Just like the boy Luke from Big Brother who got kicked off this season. He say it every day. We know that. Okay, but when cameras on you, or in the fact that they videotaped themselves saying it was like, okay, ain't nothing gonna happen to us. This normal. This is normal around here. This is normal around here. And I'm like, I thought football was supposed to bring people together. Okay. It usually brings the races and everybody, cultures, everything together because we all in one goal. But yeah, are you on Alabama's payroll? Is the question. Because you doing way too much. And now I hope y'all don't make it to the ship. Okay. I hope y'all don't they should take one ship from y'all because of that. Okay. Because y'all got it from somewhere and it's probably ingrained within that school. Y'all don't deserve that. Y'all don't deserve that. And black players, this should tell y'all don't go to that school. Go to Colorado, where y'all probably appreciate it. Okay? Don't go to Alabama. Because if the students talking like that, what the coaches and the teachers talking like? They got it from somewhere. Anyway, let's get to, oh wait, no. I forgot to put some of the NFL predictions. But I do know that my team played your team this week. Did you go? I think Herbert just put it in the group, but I haven't seen it. Did you go for the Patriots or the Jets?
Of course, I went for the Patriots.
Okay.
If Rodgers was not hurt, I probably would have went for y'all because y'all know I go for the money. I don't care. Just like Terrence be going for the money, he don't be going for the Jets. But yeah, if Aaron didn't get hurt, I would have went for y'all. But sorry.
Okay, and then tonight is the Giants at San Fran. I picked San Fran.
That was easy.
The Giants be putting up a fight sometimes. The Giants be putting up a fight. But yeah, so those are our predictions. My highlight of the week is going to Deion Sanders, right? I don't know if you heard about this, but he be wearing some cool shades on the sidelines and in some of his press conferences. So he got a sunglass deal with Blenders Eyewear. They announced a collaboration with Deion. And I guess they call it the Prime sunglasses. In 3 days, it's pre-order sales in 3 days topped almost $5 million. And the sunglasses don't even come out to October 12th, y'all. I was looking at them and trying to find me an outfit for Vegas to fit around them sunglasses.
Oh my gosh.
But then I saw the price was $67, which is cheap for people who actually like sunglasses.
Nothing. 67?
I just said the 67 is cheap for people who actually like sunglasses, but for me, I can go to Target and get some for $11.99. Okay. But yeah, kudos to Deion.
It's ridiculous how cheap this girl is. And she
Yes,
works
I
in
am.
the finance industry, y'all. Maybe that's why she's cheap, because she know what's up.
I know what's up. I know at any moment the bottom can fall out. At any moment the bottom can fall out. Okay. But yeah, kudos to Deion Sanders in there. I'm glad I wear a deal. Like he's doing the most and it's getting appreciated. Okay. We appreciate you over here, Deion Sanders.
He doing the most because y'all don't do enough, y'all. Y'all coaches out there don't do enough, so he doing the most.
So kudos to you. And thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to this week's episode. And I've been noticing our YouTube views have been going up, so we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening and tuning in every week. Bye.
Bye.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at The Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.